I'm not sure how many of you have seen the movie Boogie Nights, but I only recently had the pleasure of watching it. I lived in Chile for 2 years, and I lived with two amazing, amazing guys who I love so dearly, and recently went back and visited and stayed with them and one of my closest friends who now lives with them in my place. And they introduced me to this concept called the third eye, which is, I don't even know if I should get into this. This is like so personal. And I don't know if I should get into it. It's about smoking weed. I also don't know what I'm allowed to talk about and what I'm not. I don't know. I'll tell it and we can decide later on. The third eye is a concept that when you smoke marijuana, it gives you a new way of looking at things. It gives you a new perspective, a new dimension, if you will. And so I hadn't smoked weed in 10 years and recently smoked weed and it had gone well. And so when I was visiting them, and one of them has amazing locally grown at home weed, I agreed to smoke with them. Actually, this was Valentine's Day, and this is by far the best Valentine's Day I've ever had. Maybe the only good Valentine's Day ever, because I don't even know what Valentine's Day is usually supposed to be or to stand for. But this one happened on accident, and we all agreed it was the best Valentine's Day we've ever had. But essentially, they were teaching me how to smoke. And we ended up watching nature videos and watching some dance choreography videos. And there was this video I had seen countless times before, but I'd never seen it in this way. It was as if I were watching a completely different video. I was noticing different people dancing in the background. I was hearing different parts of the music. I was seeing things for the first time with a third eye. And so for some reason, out of all of this, the idea at the end, they decided that the next time we got high, we should watch Boogie Nights. And so this is maybe that's a whole part we just cut out of all of this, because I don't know how personal we want to make all of this. But for any of you who haven't seen Boogie Nights, I saw it recently and I'm here to tell you about it. So what I had, and I really truly try not to have expectations for things, because I think expectations are just setting ourselves up for either being disappointed or obviously in life, in experiences, whether you're moving somewhere, getting into a relationship, you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no clue. There's no way to predict. There are countless other factors that can happen. And so I really feel as though it's important to approach things with intentions. The intention to learn, the intention to commit yourself to something, the intention to whatever it is, but not the expectation. Expectation also seems more passive than intentions. You play a role in fulfilling those intentions versus what you expect to happen. Things happen to you versus you making them happen. And so I don't know what I was expecting or what my intention for the movie was, but I was watching with my two guy friends, and I think in my head what I had imagined was this sort of dodgy, a bit skeezy, kind of funny, I don't know, pornish comedy about Mark Wahlberg getting into the porn industry. And I could not have been more surprised by that film. I'm going to call it a film instead of a movie. it was nothing I even could have expected. It really evolves into something so much deeper than any kind of comedy or thing about porn itself could be. It really becomes a cultural statement piece. And there are so many subtleties and there are so many kind of cultural critiques that weave their way into the script and into their performance and into what becomes a bit of a disturbing but fascinating kind of way the events in the film unfold. And so I really found it to be surprising, profound, and really appreciated the way it took advantage of the opportunity and taking something that could have so easily been mainstream, simply done, cliche, and taking the opportunity to put their voice behind it and share a different perspective and share a cultural criticism. And I really would highly recommend it to anybody, if not for kind of just the bizarre shock value and if nothing else, you know, the entertainment. And you know, then there's the whole part about Mark Wahlberg's dick and the prosthetic and what have you. But beyond all of that, it goes so much deeper. Pun not intended.